I'm doing this again. Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing another book review on the actual best book that I've ever read in my entire life. So this book is called Mrs. Bixby's Last Day. So I can read backwards, dab. So yeah, if you've already read this book and don't want to hear any spoilers, then just click off in. So this book is basically about, so there's three people. So there's Brand, Topher, and Steve, or Tuffer, or whatever. His real name is Christopher, but he likes to pronounce Tuffer or Topher. I don't even know anymore. So these three students have this teacher, and her name is Miss Bixby, hence Miss Bixby. Oh, and this is Brand, Topher, and Steve, in case you didn't. And so their teacher, who they all love, and like they have a deep connection with their teacher. That sounds wrong, but it's the basis of this book actually. So they go on this adventure to try to try to see their teacher for the last time before she flies to Boston for a cancer treatment. Yeah, this book is not for the faint of heart. This book is kind of a middle grade novel because it says, since it's a middle grade novel, it has a sentence that says, "Get the hell off me." And so, I mean, yeah. Besides, cancer is really dark. Anyway, so, yeah. And let me just tell you about some of the scenes in this book. So first of all, when they go out of the school, well, like they skip school to visit their teacher because it's on like a Friday or something. So when they get out of school, there's this teacher named Mr. McElroy. He's like walking across the street and he's late himself. It's like 8 o'clock, and then Topher wants to strangle him with a shoelace, but Brian walks up to him and deals with him like. He's like, shouldn't you be late to class and like stuff like that. So, and then another one of the scenes is so there's three main items that this is earlier than the book. This is like a couple months before the book began. So a couple months before the book began, Miss Bixby put a prompt on the board that said, if it was your last day, then what would you want to do? And then Rebecca asked Miss Bixby about what she would want to do, and she said that she would want cheesecake, more specifically white chocolate supreme raspberry cheesecake from Michelle's, a store, and something like wine to complement the cheesecake. Another reason why this is a middle grade novel, and some French fries from McDonald's, a large with some salt on it. And music in the background, maybe like something classical like Beethoven or Tchaikovsky. So they make this plan to go get those three things. Well, not the speaker. Steve already has that because he has a phone. So first off, the cheesecake. So they go to Michelle's, and the cheesecake is really expensive. So Brand tells the sad story about his dad falling off the house and whatever, and he gets the cheesecake for less than half the price. Then for the wine, that was tricky. They found a guy. His name was George Nelson, and they basically stole his money when they were looking for a bottle of wine in the store. And George Nelson used it to buy a bottle of whiskey. Then they chased him down the street. Topher sprained his ankle, and when they were on the bus going back, when they were going back to school because they had given up on whatever they were trying to do, they spotted George Nelson on it. Then at the next stop, they got off along with George Nelson. Then they fought next to a Walgreens, and Brand ducked. George Nelson was gonna punch Brand, but then Brand ducked, and Steve got punched in the face, and his lip was bleeding. His face was purple. His teeth were something. I don't even know. And so yeah, the morale was very low. But thanks to some encouragement, hashtag Friday motivation, and they finally went to McDonald's, got the French fries, confronted Steve's sister Christina, which is basically insane. I'm kidding. Like one of the most protective sisters ever, and they confronted her, and then they finally went to the hospital, and then said nice words to Miss Bixby, went to a park, and then finally held hands and just afraid to break the silence. And the cheesecake was awesome, even though just about everything went wrong. Even the cheesecake was just mushed up and whatever. Yeah, like almost every single part of the plan failed, but they saw Miss Bixby, and yeah, and Miss Bixby died at the end of the book at the age of 35 when they were trying to remove when she went to Boston. Some of the doctors tried to remove the tumor, but excessive bleeding caused her to die at the tender age of 36 or 35. I don't remember. So yeah, it's a pretty sad book, but I would want to read. I already read this book like 6 or 7 times. You should all go read it. I rate it 13 out of 10, and yeah, y'all should definitely read this. Be right back. In fact, I would say that Miss Bixby's is even better than Unschooled. Like, I read this, 5 times, and I've read this, 6 or 7 times. So, you choose what book you want in the comments below. Till then, see you guys later.